So rapper Ice Block just joined the rundown of celebs who are revolting against the people, pulling the strings in Hollywood, and he has a few pretty wild stories to tell about this, yet this isn't your run-of-the-mill instance of a celeb attempting to stand out enough to be noticed by making up some tale about the clouded side of Hollywood, since Ice Shape is truly frightened for his life. And assuming that there is one thing that we realize about Ice 3D Square is that he's not the sort of fellow that panics effectively, so what in heaven's name is continuing? And who is attempting to require him out okay, so 2 or 3 days prior Ice 3D Square stunned everybody when he haphazardly chose to uncover the powers in Hollywood for attempting to control him and inspire him to join their mystery bunch as per Ice Block. This gathering has been controlling and coercing him so greatly that he is currently terrified for his life. In light of the fact that as per him on the off chance that the elites don't get their direction a ton can occur, and assuming that you're asking why in the world he would be so frightened, well, this is on the grounds that he understands what the individuals from this gathering are prepared to do, and how hazardous they makes this story considerably shadier is the way that it is some way or another connected to Jamie Foxx and the baffling disorder that left them in the clinic for quite a long time. We actually have barely any familiarity with what befell Jamie on the grounds that his family has quite recently been keeping things secretive, and they haven't uncovered a lot of about his case. Yet we really do realize that he experienced a health-related crisis while shooting a film with Cameron Diaz. He couldn't wrap up recording the film and his trick, twofold needed to fill in for him Oakes. So Jamie's family has been demanding for a very long time now that he is improving. And he has even left the clinic in May. His girl Karen expressed update from the family, miserable to perceive how the media goes crazy. My father has been out of the clinic for a really long time recovering as a matter of fact. He was playing pickleball yesterday. Gratitude for everybody's requests and support. We have a thrilling work declaration coming 1 week from now too. It was as of now that individuals began feeling somewhat wary about the circumstance, since it was odd for James to make a work declaration when he hadn't even tended to his fans straightforwardly. I mean, individuals weren't expecting a public interview from him, or anything on the grounds that an Instagram video would have been all that could possibly be needed. Yet we didn't get that, yet Janie has been attempting to move once again into things in TMZ, as of late posted a video of him on a boat waving at fans in Chicago music. Then several days after that TMZ posted one more video of him assisting a lady with getting her wallet in the city after she dropped it and didn't understand "Thank You Jamie" music. He was likewise spotted playing pickleball and even golf. Definitely please, we need to thank you for coming out this evening. So he's getting spotted all over town, and individuals feel like it's peculiar that he hasn't required 5 minutes to bounce on Instagram, live and guarantee fans that he's okay. Somebody said so TMZ never found Jamie Foxx emerging from the emergency clinic, discovered him playing pickleball, yet we expected to acknowledge this man, who's a global symbol who experienced a significant ailment, is simply riding boats and waving like the sovereign of Britain without clarification. This is by all accounts the overall assessment of fans, and they felt like there is a going thing on. Now recollect the body twofold that I discussed before, while certain individuals are persuaded that it's truly his trick twofold that we've been seeing, and not Jamie himself, and deciding by the photos that we've seen of the body twofold, I figure, we can all concur that it would be not difficult to confuse them with one another. And on the off chance that you're considering how this all ties into Ice 3D Shape's trepidation, you see 2 or 3 weeks after James strangely became sick, writer AJ Benza guaranteed that Jamie had experienced a blood coagulation in the cerebrum after he had to take the immunization. And I'm certain you all realize the antibody I'm discussing, and someone in the room who let me in on that Jamie had a blood coagulation in his mind. After he had the chance, he didn't need the shot, yet the film he was on, He was compelled to get it now. This is where Ice Solid Shape comes in light of the fact that he has been confronting a ton of tension and reaction from the powers of Hollywood for not taking the immunization. Truth be told, things have gotten so awful that he is presently really terrified for his life, particularly in the wake of seeing what befell Jaime, as per Ice Shape himself. The fire developing gradually from side remarks then ideas, and it progressively raised to him losing film jobs since he would not take the antibody makers conversing with my kin. And they're similar to the event that he don't take it, he can't be to say he's not taking it. He's not taking it's like, okay, can't do the film, now before you all curved. Or something I'll have you an enemy of Vaxxer. He had times that he has had 2 or 3 immunization opportunities. Not the desire one which he hasn't gotten in light of the fact that he's simply not certain yet for reasons unknown. A few exceptionally influential individuals in Hollywood have been attempting to power and menace him into having the chance. I'm not enemy of antibody. I've been inoculated before commonly all through my life. It's a singular decision, it's __, that individuals were pushed out of their positions, are dropped relatives, not a partner with their own family. Now the issue of getting immunization or not is an extremely questionable issue that I won't get into yet. What I will bring up is that it's absolutely not typical for the powers at Hollywood to attempt to drive, threaten, or out-and-out harasser specialists into doing things they would rather not do. It causes it to appear to be somewhat obscure, and I comprehend the reason why Ice 3D Square would feel a sort of way about taking it. In the event that Jaime was constrained into taking the immunization, despite his desire to the contrary, and felt genuinely wiped out after, to where he hasn't straightforwardly tended to his fans, I get why Iceblock would give the side eye and not have any desire to take it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the immunization made Jaime debilitated. I'm attempting to clarify for you folks why Ice 3D Shape will feel a kind of way about it, yet it goes further than that, since he likewise uncovered that they attempted to disgrace and coerce him into taking the antibody by releasing his clinical history to show that he hadn't made the effort. Where you shouldn't uncover individuals' clinical status. And here it is, they print mine. This was after he lost the film job, since he would have rather not made the effort. It had neither rhyme nor reason that he would attempt to pull that move and uncover him, since he didn't openly express anything about the shot or why he didn't sign on to do the film. He just took his L like a pro and continued on, yet they actually pulled that move so he could get delayed the web. And when that didn't work, they chose to disrupt his different organizations. And this was the very thing at last sent him past the brink, and he chose to emerge and uncover them. As of now, we can all concur that this goes far past the antibody alone, on the grounds that there is no great explanation for them to attempt to undermine his organizations, assuming this was simply an issue of getting vaxxed or not. Great Ice 3D Square had at last had enough, and he made a video where he uncovered the watchmen in the business who were attempting to destroy him since he wouldn't join their club. What I understood with the club makes them so distraught is the point at which you would rather not be a piece of the club that annoys them. What club am I referring to? I'm discussing the club of guards that we as a whole got to manage. He additionally had this to say: I believe they should do, when I express work with us, is to quit neutralizing us, quit doing that bull in the background that we realize you're doing. Established press, Dan with us. What I will do is go on the Guardian's digital broadcast visit, and I will go converse with everyone, except as per an insider. Ice Solid Shape is just setting up serious areas of strength for a yet. He is relaxed, very panicked. He realizes that he is going toward an extremely strong and unnerving rival, and he is worried about the possibility that anything can happen. They've previously begun coming for his organizations and his film jobs, and he is terrified that he may be nut. He got a generous flood of help from fans who said stuff like, this club isn't difficult to see, it cuts down my confidence in humankind. That so many will sell themselves into it, huge props to 3D Square for making commotion about them, makes you think why this multitude of entertainers, VIPs, are dropping like flies. Jamie would have expressed gratitude toward his fans online immediately. That is the kind of man he is. And I petition God for ICE 3D Shape security without a doubt. And yet great for him for facing the Watchmen, continue to be genuine ICE shape. So what do you all think about this case? Do you accept that ICE 3D Shape's life could be in peril? Told me your thought process. And afterward look at this next video unfamiliar.